Okay, the Drover, page 130. Early the following morning, Rose couldn't wipe the smile from her face. She was deeply in love and would follow Harry to any part of Earth he wanted to go. She felt wonderful and even gave the children leeway. Nothing would upset her this day. Unfortunately, this feeling couldn't go on forever. She wished it could, but children being children, there had to be a problem. Claire and Louise were chasing budgerigars through the bushes outside of the camp area. Come inside for your lessons, she called to both girls. There was no answer. A feeling of terror entered her mind, and immediately she felt fear of danger for her two daughters. Away from the camp were dingoes, snakes, and worst of all, death adders. She called again, and still no answer. Through the mist of the morning dew, she saw the two girls hiding and giggling, crouched behind a salt bush. She went and grabbed the rifle, the same .22 rifle used by Les to kill the beast. She pointed the rifle in the direction of the bush and called out, "If you don't come here immediately, I'll bloody shoot you both." With that, she fired a bullet in their direction, but away from the bush. They soon stood up and raced towards the camp, not giggling, almost terrified, thinking their own mother was going to shoot them. "When I tell you girls to come, I mean straight away. Do you understand me?" Rose bellowed, still holding the gun. "Yes, Mama. We'll never do that again," they said in unison. After they moved camp and settled for the night, Harry had the cattle camp down by late afternoon. He returned to camp and said to Rose, "I think there's a dust storm coming. Over there, look." He was concerned. It was a dust storm. If the dust storm came, the cattle wouldn't settle and could rush. He hoped this wouldn't happen. Rose looked to the sky and saw dark shadows quickly forming. "Come along, children, into the back of the truck." She calculated the storm was about 5 minutes away. Everything needed to be tied down tight, for the wind carried debris and branches, but mainly dust. She cautioned the children to hide in the back of the truck until the storm passed. She moved what she could of the cooking pots and other utensils, stacked them below the truck, away from the wind. She'd been in many dust storms, and this one looked a doozy. With the children safely tucked away in the back of the truck and everything tied down, she climbed into the cabin for safety. Harry rode to his men, told them to cover their faces with a handkerchief and ring the cattle in tight to weather out the storm. All took notice. Harry covered his face and waited for the wind and storm to arrive. Clouds of dust covered the horizon, followed by howling wind. It was similar to a tsunami, but instead of forcing its wave from the ocean, crossed the dry dirt plain. Rolls of dirt struck men riding horses. Each attempted to control their animal and kept their post to prevent the cattle from stampeding. It would only take less than a minute until it was gone. Harry and the men rode out the storm and watched it pass without incident. Next it attacked the camp, blowing its forces towards the truck and the family. Dust storms are dangerous, and many times people have been seriously injured by flying debris and other material when caught in the eye of the storm.